Coming up, we got the writer and producer of the upcoming science fiction martial arts film, The Beast, Robert Jefferson. And just to remind you, you have just entered the Mavericks dojo. Hey, how are you? This is Alex from the Mavericks dojo, my friend.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, my friend. I'm good. So you are the writer and producer of the Beast movie.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, wow, man. It's a pleasure talking to you. I had Robert Samuels on the show not too long ago. You know, he was telling me about it.
Yep, I did hear the interview. It was a good interview.
Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So how's production coming along on The Beast?
Very well, actually. We just had a meeting with some investors last week, and it was looking very promising. I'll say that. We already have a distribution deal with Evo Pictures, and that's also very exciting. So it looks like the Beast team will be going to Malaysia this summer.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook a couple of posts about a company that's on board to help you guys make this movie.
That's correct.
So I know you guys don't want to reveal too much about the film, but can you give me a little bit, like, something about the character or what's going on? Like a little bit of go ahead.
Yeah, well, Beast came, originally the concept for me came out of just my love for various genres. Like, I'm a big comic book head, and one of the major critiques I've gotten on the screenplay is that it reads a lot like a Gotham sort of a comic book, which is I take it as a compliment. But it also has a lot of elements of, my love for Shaw Brothers stuff, my love of new wave like Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung, just kung fu cinema, anime, and of course like John Woo and a little bit of kung fu within there. It's sort of all that stuff balled up into an idea of sort of a backwards take on the Captain America theory of like a super soldier serum, but only like what if the bad guys developed it and it was sort of an evil thing. And then aside from all that, it's also at its heart sort of a combination buddy cop-ish type of a film and a revenge yarn at the same time.
Oh, wow. Would you say he's kind of like an anti-hero or a pure superhero type?
Well, it's sort of like on the bad guy side, the Beast. What Beast refers to is the one character that our main bad guy, Marcus Walden, his attempt to create the perfect soldier, the perfect killer, and in so doing, it turns out the side effect of the drug makes you more bestial, more feral, animal-like. The more of it you take, hence the word beast, and so as people start to learn about what it is, it gets the name sort of on the streets and in the circuits where it's being tested on subjects. They start to call it beast. That's not what it's actually called, but that's like the nickname of the drug.
Right.
And so the good guys, which are the name of the character is Jake, and then Parker. Marco the Answer Johnson is playing Parker, and he's sort of like a martial arts guy. He's like our grounded character. He's very into the spiritual aspect of his martial arts, but he's also seen a lot. He's a military vet. He's seen a lot of stuff that probably would make the rest of us go crazy. And he's a little when the movie starts, he's a little down on the world, a little bit down on himself. And so this is sort of like his journey back, sort of finding himself. And tragically, it happens when his brother gets caught up in all of this and ends up being a victim of the bad guy's plot. And then you have Jake, who's his American counterpart. He is also a military vet, and that's how Parker and Jake know each other. And they're like sort of like blood brothers from battle. And so he helps him on this journey, but Jake has some demons of his own that sort of are spoken to by the beast drug itself, which he encounters by accident, and he has to struggle with gradually becoming addicted to the drug and making choices to whether or not to use it to overcome some shortcomings of his own, or to take the high road and fight clean.
Wow, who do you see playing this part? It sounds like a really good story.
Thank you. Well, Marco the Anderson Johnson is playing Parker, and it looks like we have a newcomer, a guy by the name of Robert McEwen, I believe his name is. He's a model and an actor. Really good looking kid. I think the ladies are gonna like this guy a lot. He's also second generation martial artist Aikido. His father is Bob McEwen, who's a well-known Aikido teacher.
Oh, wow.
So
that's great. So tell me about your martial arts background. It's pretty impressive, man. You studied Hung Gar and a couple other martial arts, right?
True, yes. I studied Hung Gar with Bobby for a while, Bobby Samuels, and his teacher. And I also studied Northern Long Fist Mantis with Sifu Bilal Whitaker in Philadelphia. I've also trained in a little bit of Wing Chun here and there, and I've done a little bit of boxing. I started out as a wrestler in high school. Actually, I was a Greco-Roman wrestler when I first started.
Oh wow, that's what's up. And I was going to ask you the choreography. Who's working on the choreography in the movie?
Right now, it looks like it's going to be a kind of a joint effort. Tony Long is supposed to be heading up the martial arts choreography line of things, and we're also going to be joined by Manny Ayala, who did all the action for us on the trailer. And we've also got Andy Lee, and we're probably going to use some of his team as well. If you guys don't know who Andy Lee is, he's from the online YouTube series Martial Club. They've done a handful of really great little shorts. Most recently, they did like the Return of Ip Man, which was a really cool. Their brand and their martial arts style is really interesting. If you haven't checked it out, definitely take a look at their stuff.
Oh, that's pretty hot. That's pretty hot.
Andy Lee is coming in to actually play the character of Giggs, who rounds out the trio of guys. And then we have one more character, Shiva, also, who's going to be a Latina actress or an Asian actress. We haven't quite cast her yet. We're still trying to find exactly the right person. But it's looking promising. That's what I can say.
Is this your first time as writer and producer? Have you written other material before?
I've ghostwritten some stuff. I've done some edits on some other screenplays. I've written some shorts. But yeah, this is my first feature. Wow. This is my first feature, definitely. Wow. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to to work with Bobby as a director, and this is something that we've been kind of lining up for a long time now. It's just been trying to get the right project together, get the right concept together, and I think that we've actually got it this time, which is again really exciting.
Yeah, Bobby was telling me the last time when I was interviewing him about how he wants to bring back that natural choreography from the 80s, from back in the Hong Kong films,
Right, yeah, like stuff like Dragons Forever and Meals on Wheels. Like, we're going for that kind of a feel, mostly. You know what I mean? Like, not real wire effect heavy, just that good, just hands and feet flying fast and good stunts and real martial arts. I've
been waiting for that style to come back, man, because nowadays in China you have a lot of wire work and
Yeah, there is a lot of wire work, and it definitely has its place. But for me personally, I don't think too much of that is what's needed in like a modern day setting. Like this is supposed to be like these are supposed to take place like almost like postmodern, like maybe like a year from now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we felt like having that gritty feel, that look and that feel that you can tell that even though they're not really hurting each other, that it looks and feels real. It's grounded in some sort of a logical reality.
Right. What would you say is your favorite kung fu film of all time?
Gosh, that's hard. One of them has got to be Prodigal Son. I just love Prodigal Son a lot. But if you ask me tomorrow, it might be something different. It might be. I also have a love for 36 Chamber films, both 1 and 2. Mad Monkey Kung Fu is another one of my favorites. Anything with Lang, anything that Sammo Hung has done, like I love all that type of stuff. It's and like I said, it depends on what day you're at. Like you may ask me another day. I also love Once Upon a Time in China series, like the first 2 or 3 movies that Choi Hark directed with Jet Li. Love those movies. Just the cinematography and the feel and that whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, we could be here for some time, and I would go, oh yeah. Well, what about Crippled Avengers? That's another good one. What about you know what I mean? I could keep going. There's Iron Monkey '91 with Donnie Yen is another one of my favorites. I'm kind of all over the place that way.
Yeah.